yeah, you're doing your thing. Are we getting closer to the shooting incident? Because I feel like that was a pretty big turning point.
Adam, like, let's talk about this assassination attempt. That's all the fuck you want to hear about.
The whole thing has been great so far, but that does seem like pretty important to discuss.
Okay, let's get to the good part.
All right.
Let's talk about the shooting. Look. That's all. Look, we ain't talked about that anyway. So let's get to it.
Okay, here's my first question is, was this on some rapper shit or was this on some you being in the neighborhood acting like shit's regular shit?
I think it was both.
Okay.
I was just out of bounds playing.
Out of bounds, so you weren't in your local territory?
No, I was in the city, but like I was just playing, moving around. I'm all in the vet, having a good time. I'm bopping around, ain't paying attention. Hey, I had said that shit too, like, cause niggas be trying to act like, oh, you got caught lacking. Like, bro, it's regular life shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nigga moving and grooving, living a real life. You know, you ain't just gonna be on it all the time. So that's where I went wrong. Shit, I was outside playing.
What time? Was it late at night? Feels like a lot of this happens late at night.
Hell yeah, it was late at night.
Okay.
I was leaving the event and shit. Like, it was like 1 o'clock or some shit probably.
Okay. And would you, if I had asked you the day before, like, yo, do you have smoke with people? Like, are people after you? Would you have said no or yes?
I would have said no.
So you didn't think that shit was serious like that?
No, hell no. Niggas be playing, but clearly them niggas wasn't playing with me that time.
Right. But, okay, so you're just kind of what, like driving
that was
around?
The one night niggas wasn't playing.
Yeah.
Hey, I done watched niggas play 1,000 nights. Niggas came out to not play with me.
Right. And that's why a lot of people get caught up, because they are out here acting like it's unlikely to happen. It is unlikely to happen. But every once in a while, you're going to run into a bruiser.
Man, listen. I was outside playing. And it was like, I think where niggas go wrong, they just try to make every other, if I would've did this, like, no. I shouldn't have been outside playing at that red light. I'm trying to change this song. I'm asking this nigga a location. Cause my cameraman got popped too. He a real nigga. He thugged it out with me. This nigga got shot.
Damn, where at?
Tell him, man, where you get shot at?
In the arm? God damn.
The funniest shit, I looked at the nigga when it happened, cause I didn't know where I was shot at initially. Mm-hmm. I'm just hearing this shit, and I just felt something, and I don't know if my motherfucking my leg, cause I'm long and shit. I don't know if my leg had just like, I went in a shock, it just floored the pedal. But like, nigga, y'all yank off, nigga, so we hop up on the curb. Like, it was like a tree. I missed the first tree, but that second tree was close as hell. We bopped that bitch. I look at this nigga, that nigga looking at me so crazy. I say, hey, bitch, we ain't about to die, come on. Now my adrenaline rushing and shit. A nigga so ready to get out that bitch. I guess I ain't even thinking, because this is the funny shit I thought about after. When I say we gotta get out the car, I done did some action shit and just like hopped out the window. But the door was unlocked. It was wild. Like,
you just saw that open window and you're like, fuck it, I'm out of here.
I'm both feet up out this bitch. Get me the fuck out of here.
Right.
You feel me? Then that nigga just went into the darkness. It's all type of shooting going on. I mean, what the hell?
Wait, okay, so you're parked at the red light. They pull up on the side of you?
Man, that shit was crazy. Because like I'm hearing shit, I asked this nigga, I remember I'm changing the song. I asked this nigga location. I might go shoot a video of my mans. I'm like, hey, what's the location? And like, I'm like, I didn't hear it. I felt something. But then I get to hearing the shots, you know, it's tire screeching, all type of all this goofy ass shit. The shit happened, we smacked to the tree and shit. Boom, I get out this bitch. Now I walk into the street. My manager and shit, like they was behind me and shit, but they was like a couple lights down, cause I done left them. You know what I'm saying? He walking up and shit. Now niggas looking at me, cause I still not knowing. Then I'm hearing my blood and shit. And then I'm like, oh Lord, am I shot in the head? Hey, that shit was wild. When I realized it, I'm like, I can't believe this shit. I done got shot in the motherfucking head.
How many bullets actually entered your body?
2 of them bitches.
Okay, so the head and then both of them?
Yeah, both of them.
Wow.
Like head and neck.
And so, but when you're talking about pulling up on the curb and hitting that tree or whatever, and you're still hearing bullet shots or bullets going off, they're still trying to shoot you?
Lie. Them boys didn't come to play.
Wow.
Whoever that was, I honestly can say I probably pissed them off pretty bad.
Right.
I get them boys that, because them niggas ain't come to play.
And you really don't know?
It was like,
you don't know who it was?
It was like niggas was still shooting.
Right.
Like on some shit like, Nigga, I'm going this way. They car going this way. I'm convinced niggas was just shooting out the back of that bitch like we is killing him. And I remember too, like they was probably pretty pissed too if they had been waiting to kill me. Cause I had been sitting there outside the venue mingling and shit. And they probably sitting there like, man, if this nigga don't come on, we trying to smoke him.
Right.
I'm sitting there talking to people, taking pictures and shit, you know.
So, and this is clearly not a robbery attempt. This was just a murder attempt.
Oh no, you tried to rob us, you'd got your dumb ass smoked.
Right.
It wasn't like, no, we ain't out there dilly like that, like a nigga just about to walk up like, hey, compromise your jury. Like, no, we gonna blow your dumb ass down. But niggas be acting, I think niggas think niggas who don't really do shit and be outside think having a gun stop you from getting shot.
Right.
Like your gun just morph into a shield or something. Like if your ass getting blew down, you getting blew down gun or no gun.
Right. Yeah. No, that's definitely true.
But you know the internet people, let them tell it. This shit a video game.
Well, because just having a gun is a lot more than most people are doing. So then, but it doesn't really change the fact that if somebody comes up to you with a gun, it's going down unless
If
you can
their
whip that
gun
thing
is
out in 2
drawn
seconds.
first,
Yeah.
And the bullet is flying to your ass already.
Yeah.
You is about to be a shot nigga with a gun.
Right.
That is it. All you about to do is have that bitch.
So I'm guessing that once you got shot in the head, you had you didn't know you got shot in the head, or could you kind of tell? Is there a bunch of blood?
I found out real quick. You get to hearing them bubbles and shit.
That sounds really, really scary.
You get to hearing that real audio of your insides. I'm like, hey, that shit was wild because you hear like, beep, 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 beep. I'm like, oh,
And
shit.
what's that, like blood exiting your body?
Yeah, and like big gulps. Cause like my tongue, I guess my tongue had got lacerated too. So I'm looking down, my tongue then like on my chain. I'm like, oh, this out of control. Hey, what that shit looking crazy? Cause look, I didn't know. Ain't like he had time to tell me. So I get shot right here. You know, he on the passenger side, so he see my shit just blew the fuck up. And I was wondering why everybody was looking at me so crazy. Cause I'm out there talking to niggas. I'm like, nigga, I'm straight, nigga. Just get me to the hospital. I'm straight, nigga.
And meanwhile, half your head's blown off.
Man, the police done pulled up. I see him like, hey, officer, I'm good. Just get me to the hospital. Now, this was the wildest shit. The cop was like, all right, we go get to it. I'm like, oh, shit, I just might check out fucking with him.
Because he didn't seem like he gave a shit
Man,
at
that
all.
nigga didn't give a damn fuck.
And was part of the problem that the cops treat this shit like a crime scene? So they're not really trying to get you out of there?
Man, listen, it's so many niggas shot, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, a bunch of other people got shot as well?
Man, what? It was some motherfuckers in the car behind us got shot.
Holy
you know what
fuck.
I'm saying? This nigga got shot. I'm out there just dangling shot. With the nigga like, we'll get to it in a minute. So I'm out there on the scene bleeding out for like 30 minutes, no cap. Just out there bleeding out and shit.
And he wouldn't let you leave?
No.
You can't cop an Uber to the hospital?
My manager and my mans end up down there about to beat his ass. So another cop car done pulled up. And ambulance never came.
What the fuck?
I'm just out there standing there, just like, fuck it, just don't die. I'm just telling myself not to die. The whole time, like, nigga, when it first happened, once I told my manager and my other man's like, bro, just get me to the hospital. I told my nigga Mitch, this shit was so crazy. Hey, cause Mitch a motherfucker. I tell him like, bro, I'm good, nigga, just get me to the hospital. This nigga go stop me, talking about, hey, look me in the eyes and tell me you good. I'm like, bro, I'm good. Call my baby mama and get me to the motherfucking hospital.
Because whether you're good or not good, you need to go to the hospital. Like, why the fuck is he asking?
Hey, that nigga say, look me in the eyes. Like, that was deep. But, you know, that's my nigga, though. Like, he had got popped before, too. So, that's my baby. We close like that. That's really my dog. So, he was just like, I guess, I don't know what he was on, but I get it. But that was wild. Because I asked that nigga, like, hey, what was me looking you in the eyes doing for, like, my health?
Right.
Like, you wild as hell.
What the fuck? So how do you finally get to the hospital?
Dumbass police, I'm in the back of the car now. They taking me to Sinai and shit. We get right by Sinai. Now I'm in the back of the police car. I'm through. There's blood everywhere. I done down there lost all this shit. This shit hanging off, this shit blew out, all type of shit. I hear one of the police officers say like, I just can't remember where it's at. I said, you can't remember where it's at. Well, I thought I said that. I ended up finding out, like, talked to some of the nurses and shit and people in the trauma unit when I got to the hospital. Because I went in the hospital tripping because I'm so mad by the time we get to the hospital. I'm walking to the hospital now in my mind, I'm like, get me to a motherfucking bed, XYZ. Nurse told me like, oh no, it was just a bunch of gargling and shit. I was like you was saying that mentally, but we ain't
A
heard
bunch
that.
when you were saying, yeah.
Yeah, like, cause I'm talking and shit, but it's like, it's blood everywhere, my tongue hanging out. They like, you wasn't saying shit. Like, mentally you thought you said that, but we ain't getting none of that.
Okay.
Cause I remember like right before, cause my biggest thing was don't do nothing comfortable. So like the whole time I'm out there, I'm standing up. You feel me?
Because you figure if you get comfortable, if you fall asleep.
If you lay down, any of that shit, cause now I'm kind of like, I'm shot in the head, I'm a dial to this bitch.
Right.
I'm like, don't go to sleep. None of that soft shit. Like, oh, I just need a break.
Is your light flashing in front of your eyes in a way?
Yeah, I thought about everything.
Really?
I think I literally seen everything. Like, for real. Like, hell yeah, my life flashed for mine.
What's the biggest stuff that had you thinking? You got kids?
Yeah, I'm like, damn.
You thinking about them a lot?
Yeah, I'm like, damn. I can't check out on my babies. No, I never, like, really considered dying, no. It was just like, every time them police did some dumb shit, it was like, damn, I don't know. I'm like, I'm going to get through this shit off the strength, but I'm like, they is fucking up. Wow. But when I because last thing I remember, like, really before, I guess I, like, went into the coma and shit. But by this time, I'm at the hospital. Like, I got shot. I ain't get to the hospital literally probably like 50 minutes later.
Right.
The hospital 2 miles away though. That's the crazy. It took 50 minutes to get 2 miles, no traffic. I'm just out there bleeding and shit. But I remember one of the doctors was like, he just fucking alive. Like, I don't even fucking know how. Like, but we gonna get him through. Fuck it.
Wow.
Like, that was literally like the last thing I heard. Like he just fucking alive.
That must be fucking weird to hear the doctors or the surgeons talking about you like you're like a wounded animal, like where like, yeah, like I guess maybe we can make him stay alive, and you're thinking like, this is my fucking life you're talking about here. No,
like they was cool. We actually, a lot of us cool now, cause they was just like, you just walked in that bitch with your shit blew off, but you like alive. Yeah. They like, we wanted to make sure you got through. So no, they good.
But the bullet didn't hit your brain or anything?
No.
So what was fucked up? And like, what, you had your jaw wired shut, I assume, and that's why you have the pieces of metal in there?
My whole shit was fucked up though.
Right.
All of this shit was fucked up. It was just the wildest shit. Like, it was like fucked up, but like certain shit that didn't happen, I'm good. Like, where I would have lost a tooth or something, those teeth was already pulled type shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just like a lot of shit. So it ain't fuck up like my rap voice and no shit like that. It's little shit like real shit, I can only open my mouth like 35% though. Like, I can't eat like a cheeseburger and no shit like that.
Damn, you gotta eat it with a fork?
I ain't even go fuck with him no more.
Oh.
Hey, this morning though, I was leaving the studio high as fuck, and I shouldn't have did this. I did go get a McGriddle. And I ate the first one with the patty on that bitch.
It wasn't good?
Bro, that bitch tasted like cat palms. So I ended up just motherfucking just putting some jelly on the McGriddle bread and eating it slow. Like, fuck it.
And you said that happened in September.
Yeah.
And it's not even the summer yet. So this is like 6 months ago, 7, 8 months ago. So damn, like you're still having a hard time with your appetite and being able to get your mouth open?
No, I'm eating this shit. Like, the only thing just opening my mouth to, you know what I'm saying?
Fuck.
Like, to maximum capacity.
Are you supposed to get all those little metal pieces removed from your gums?
Yeah, they gonna get
shit?
took out. Like, I be having to do like this little therapies, little treatments and shit. Like, one of them wild as hell. Like, I was supposed to take these dumbass wooden sticks, right? Put them in like the corner of my mouth and pry my mouth open.
That makes sense.
Like, manually though.
Yeah.
Like, they really expect me to just sit here prying my fucking mouth open. That shit hurt like a motherfucker.
I bet.
Like, I'm about to work this bitch up to 50%. So I can eat sliders and fuck a burger.
Like, they can't see, but there's like one little scar right here. Is that where the bullet went through?
Yeah, the bullet went right here.
Wow.
I do appreciate them niggas for having cheap ammunition. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
They did.
Because it's the smallest scar. Like, I totally would have thought you just had a zit or some shit a couple weeks ago or something. But
like, they wasn't playing. They just came with play bullets.
Damn.
You know.
So if they came with hollow tips, this would be a very different story?
It'd be definitely be a different story. I probably been through, but that's what happens with, like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas be playing, you know?
God damn.
I think they was so mad. They're like, we about to just try. Like, I ain't no nigga who just go die. I ain't no hoe now. You can't be playing with this shit.
And I know you don't want to say everything that you probably potentially could say about all this, but your overall impression is that this was more of just a straight, he's a fly rapper, fuck him type thing, or was it more of like a nah, he fucked my sister type thing?
It was probably just some angry guys with some pistols, bro. You know how this shit be. They was having a night out. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to JR playing too much.
Right.
When
did you realize you were going to be all right?
Nigga, I told you. I knew I was going to be all right the whole time. I was about to die.
Nah, but when you got your tongue down here and you're
that
walking
was
to the
wild.
hospital.
That was wild. But, like, on some real shit, by the time a lot of time was passing and I wasn't dead and I wasn't tripping, like, I'm chilling. Like, I'm just trying to get there, you know what I'm saying? So, but when I woke up, that was a little different. Waking up out that coma was wild, because this before I wired up. My face, they ain't did the surgery yet. I damn near, my mouth wild. I'm just tubed up and shit.
You were in the coma for how long?
Probably like a couple hours.
Oh, that's it, okay.
It wasn't nothing too crazy. Because by the time I got up, a couple hours later, I had got a phone, got on my Instagram, seen everybody was saying I was dead. I'm like, oh, that's great.
Yeah, what was that? What was it like to have everybody freaking out on Instagram?
I mean,
because we see it all the time, like when people actually do pass or whatever, where you see the comment section going crazy and nobody really knows if the person's okay or not.
It was a little funny shit because I'm sitting there fucked up, like, oh, this bitch ass nigga think I'm dead. I knew he was hating on me. You just see a little shit. It was just funny little shit, like then a lot of fucked up little shit, because they think this shit a video game, but like shit, I get it though. Wow. So I wasn't tripping for real.
Yeah.
Like, that shit, I think that shit come with trying to do this shit.
Yeah. Wow. What a fucking story. So did that change how you thought about your music career or make you start taking shit more serious or what?
Like, oh yeah, I gotta drop, I gotta start dropping this shit, all that holding on to music.
Right.
You know, one nigga dropping, what's them called? The posthumous or posthumous, whatever the fuck albums. Yeah, posthumous.
Yeah.
You know, they got you doing songs with niggas you wouldn't have never went near and all type of shit. I was like, shit, you know, it's just time to turn up, you know, and really just, I think I'm at the point where it's like, really make just what you want to make. Like the last couple of years, every year, a label come along, you get negotiations, plans get to change, and then you might, like, I had one deal literally get stopped by like the analytics guy.
Why?
At a major.
What was wrong with the analytics?
It was wild. Like, it's some wild shit. I don't know. I guess you can edit out what you want. It was a major artist who was popping at the time. So I guess it was like one of his homeboys. So the dude at analytics, like, cause the deal down there done, we about to go close it. The dude at analytics like, hey, we shouldn't do it because this guy only got this amount of songs compared to JR with this amount of songs, and dude got, you know, more streams with her. But my manager like, well, cause dog got 6 songs with one of the hottest niggas, you feel me? They signed dude, the bigger artist died, dude flopped, and you feel me?
Damn.
Like, just shit that really go on in this shit, like, and the analytics guy told us, like, I don't listen to music.
Right. No, but they are like that for sure, yeah, because you will talk to somebody at a label, and they'll have a new artist that they found about on SoundCloud, and it's like, they're not talking about the music at all. Right. They're just saying, look at how this song is performing. Yes, it only has 10, 15, 20,000 plays, but the number of people who are listening to it 10 times in a row is really high, so that's why we want to sign him. And you're like, oh shit, so like y'all are robots. Like this has nothing to do with what you actually think is good.
He's like, I ain't never heard neither one of y'all music.
Yeah.
It's not what I'm concerned about.
That's so amazing that there are people in the music industry who are operating like
literally
that.
Don't do music.
Wow. And then there's people like me who have a lot of opinions and no analytics. I have no idea what is going on.
Where's the no jumper blankets at? It is freezing there.
Well, we got some rugs.
What the fuck?
Okay, so all that happens, and then how long are you actually in the hospital?
I was back at the crib, and the hospital I was at. What's so crazy is fucked up because they got like a bad reputation, but they kind of decent. But I'm in that bitch, and I'm like, man, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I was in the hospital like, when I got shot like on the Sunday, I think I was at the hospital like, I FaceTime my man, I was like, bro, I'm about to get out this bitch. I'm fucked up. I was like, bro, I'm about to get out this bitch. Fuck that. I got out that bitch, I think like Thursday afternoon.
Okay. Wow.
For real, for real.
How long before you could like record music again, or I mean,
Oh,
probably
that
doing
was
almost anything, but it took a long time. Huh?
Like for a couple months, like, cause like I had so much wiring, like everything was closed. Like I had to like really learn how to breathe different, all type of shit.
Wow.
Like everything was closed, so I'm in that bitch like learning how to do this shit. I remember first I'm like drinking broccoli cheddar soup. I keep getting all this broccoli and shit stuck in the wires, all type of crazy shit. That shit was so frustrating.
How you drinking protein shakes and getting sick as fuck of those?
No, who really ended up helping me was my son mama. I'm like, I just gotta go. Like, she know what to do. Like, she really like schooled me on like just how to get better and shit. Like, you feel me?
Wow.
So shout out Nell. She really like, she helped me through that shit as far as like the real recovery. Like that's probably who helped me really put my body together and shit.
Okay, guys, we want to thank you so much for getting us to 100,000 subscribers right here on the Clips channel. If you want to support, please click that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 200K. Thank you so much.